Fed by the water and the land, I am protecting you. Is the blood from the one who breathes rush? Is the memory from the time remarks us? With this, we bring the story of the two coastal sides of this world. Different fineries, different air, different customs.
Secondary school, my school was frequently experienced some flooding because it is located near the river called Kalimangan. That river is pretty dirty and sometimes people disrespectfully throw their rubbish to the river, which leads to blockage by the garbage and eventually flooding around the area. The local government already did some action to reduce the flooding, like giving barrier along the river, but I don't think it is very effective.
I have a pretty bad memory of it because I used to live in the river area and it is famous for the leakage.
Land subsidence is common knowledge among Jakartans. Jakarta has long been prone to floods, but it was not until 2007. The worst in Jakarta's modern history, land subsidence become mainstream. The Indonesian government is moving the capital and development is underway, but this does not provide a solution for Jakarta's millions. Water injection to soil using pumps or infiltration wells can be an immediate solution. Jakarta also could imitate Tokyo, which had similar case before, by limiting groundwater usage and diverting to pipes from alternative sources. However, for optimal result, this method must carry it out massively. Is Jakarta ready for this? We never know.
One night in 2017, Jakarta was experiencing a very heavy rain that lasted for a few hours. In the morning, I realized that all the areas around the house were heavily flooded and it made it impossible for people to go to their offices, to their schools, and to do their daily activities.
It washed up the first floor of my house, and I think because it happens too often, I have been so used to it and just automatically know when the big one's gonna come and what to do when it happens. It's actually quite sad.
But sometimes I'm highly concerned with some residents that are live in an area that has the most damage.
That if government and the community don't take it serious, it might cause serious damage.
This is average flood situation in Jakarta. While in Bremen, storm become number one cause of flooding in Bremen, where it leads to massive flooding, and the wave would go upstream for the Bremen haven and reaches the city of Bremen within about hours. Construction in Bremen are built to protect Bremen against the flood in earlier centuries. The government in Bremen has begun their construction so advanced, but yet the people needs to be reminded. In Germany, the trash collecting system and the people mindset have collectively driven. Yet the worry has to be reminded since the uncertainty will still become a real thing when it comes to saving their land. In Indonesia, on the other hand, has to have more depth to understanding that most of the flood causes are from its people. Attempts are really and urgently needed in Indonesia, where changing people's mindset cannot do much. The government solution does not help anymore, but it is still bigger hope for Bremen to encourage its people, mostly to remind the protection of the coastal communities to have their everyday choices rethought, at least while they can control it.